Hi, my name is Stephen Weaver, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Airstream Interstate van. This is the all-new Interstate Mercedes-Benz chassis. There's 50 different features that this coach has on it that nobody else has. There's several different things. As far as one would be the body kit. This thing has a 40-piece body kit that Airstream puts on there in Jackson Center, Ohio. They build this coach in Jackson Center. When they get this coach, it's a bare bones chassis with just it's actually a premium chassis. Most Sprinters or most other brands are going to be on a standard chassis. What that means is this is a premium chassis. It's built with heavier duty shocks, heavier duty leaf springs, heavier duty suspension. So it's going to have a truer ride, a lot more stable ride. It's not going to be any top sway when you're driving down the street. Like most fleet vans are going to be on a standard chassis, UPS, FedEx, a lot of those coaches have a standard chassis, which this one would be a premium chassis. It's the 3500 Sprinter chassis. It gets 18 to 20 miles to the gallon. So that's unbelievable for a van this size to get that much gas mileage. 18 to 20, they say 18 to 22, you're probably looking around 18 to 20. Another cool feature is the front of this coach. If you notice, a high-end Mercedes-Benz vehicle has Parktronics. Well, that's what's on this coach. It has Parktronics on it. So the closer you get to something, the louder it beeps or the faster it beeps. So you don't have to worry about running into anything. And that's in the front and the rear of this vehicle. Most 90% of the other manufacturers will never have that on their coach. I don't know of any other Sprinter van that has that. This is the only one that I know of. Another cool feature is if you're getting a high-end Mercedes, you want lane assist or collision assist like your Mercedes SL has. This actually has, if you look up in the rear view mirror there, this has a camera up in there that it actually scans the horizon. So it's a collision assist, an anti-collision assist, and it's also a lane keeping assist. You'll have lights. Let me show you this. If you got your blinker on and you're wanting to get over in the lane, you actually have a light that will light up. There's a triangle in this mirror that will light up and telling you not to get over. And where it is on the front of the vehicle and on the back tire of the vehicle, it actually shows a sensor that if you're close to something, if somebody's passing you, it's going to let you know there's someone over in your blind spot not to get over. The other cool feature is this coach has a new step. This year it's got an integrated step that's a little bit bigger than the ones last year, so it's easier to get in and out of the vehicle. It's got a widened step. It's got a different front grille on it than last year as well. It's a cool feature. If you notice this front again, this has the three grille. It's got the nice big Mercedes-Benz, and it's also got a step plate. So you can get up in the vehicle, you can look in the hood, do whatever you do. It's got the Zenith headlights. These are a new headlight system this year versus last year. It's a cool feature. It looks sharp. It's a little better aerodynamic, and it's a cool feature. Another cool thing about this coach, if you come back here, the step is electric. It's got a new floor inside the coach. This is almost like a teak wood floor, like a boat or high-end yacht flooring. This is new in 2000. It's called a 14.5 model. It still has the awning is made by Fiamma, and it's actually an armless awning that comes out. It's 13.5 foot long, 8 foot wide, and it's actually it's got LED lights inside the awning. So when you bring it out at nighttime, it makes a real nice shine on the coach. It's got a battery disconnect inside the door here. You can turn your battery disconnect off or on, and all your buttons and switches up here were not labeled. Now they're actually labeled. So that's another cool thing that Airstream's done. When this coach goes to Airstream, not only do they put the 40-piece ground effect kit on there, they put these windows in there because this is just a big box van when they get it. So they actually put all these windows on here. They're automotive produced windows. They're a nice feature. They're all tinted. And you're talking about the over and under leaf spring suspension. This heavy duty leaf spring has an over and under leaf spring that's heavy duty, so you don't have to worry about wind sway when you're going down the street. This thing is going to be more stable than any other manufacturer there is. Another thing, you get outside power supplies, which is a neat feature. And this here, and your satellite, you get a 12-volt power supply, and you get your cable feed if you want to put a TV outside. You get Alcoa All aluminum Alcoa wheels is standard on this coach. Another thing, on this rear piece, let me show you this, Jeremy, back here. Where this bumper is, this actually has a 3M cover over it right now. That Airstream, a few years ago, they didn't have a 3M cover and it was getting scratched up, so they said, what can we do to improve it? So they actually put a 3M tape over this so you can't scratch your bumper up, because a lot of people climb up in the coach. Another thing is they put a cover. This is actually a hitch behind here. They don't want this big gnarly hitch sticking out of the back of the coach. They want it looking nice. It's a Mercedes-Benz and it's Airstream. So they put a hitch cover over that. This thing will tow 5,000 pounds gross vehicle weight. You can tow 5,000 on the extended. On the non-extended, you can pull 6,400. This makes nearly a king size bed. It's the biggest bed in the industry. When you lay this down with a button, these come out. This comes out. You take these headrests off and you lay this down. This makes almost a king size bed. It's actually the biggest bed in the industry in a B van. Another cool feature is they give you storage back here or an ice chest. If you want to put Cokes back here, it's got a drain plug in the bottom. You can actually take that drain plug out and drain your water. These doors, they open up all the way. So if you're tailgating and you want to go to the Bucks game or whatever game you want to go to, you just open your windows. You got your ice chest. You can turn the TV around. It's got a TV in the front and a TV in the rear. You can actually face that TV out the window of the coach, put your awning out, and you can watch that TV anytime you want to. It's a nice feature. It's got a 2.5 Onan generator that's actually a propane generator. So it burns very little propane and it's very efficient. It's quieter than most generators as well. Both of these doors swing open. Let me show you this side. This is for your power supply. You just take this off and plug in your power supply. It's a 30 amp service, but it's also got a nice cover so it makes it look fancy. It's a nice looking coach. Okay, this coach also has a macerator. What that does, you open this out, you pull your macerator out, or your hose reel, you put this into your septic tank, you turn your septic tank on, and that actually dumps your septic tank. In this compartment, you have electric jack valves that open the gray and the black tank. So you can just open the tanks with these two buttons, unlike having to get up under your coach and pull it out. It's also got an electric jackknife or electric valve reel. You just pull it in like so. Pop it in there. And you're set. Simple process. And you don't have to get dirty while you're doing it. This is an outside hot and cold shower. It's got a quick connect on it. It's also got your freshwater inlet. It's got a 65-pound pressure regulator built into the tank. You got your potable water. You can open this. It's just tucked up nice and neat. Another cool feature Airstream has is where your gas tank is, or your fuel tank. You don't have people tampering your fuel tank because you can't get to it without opening the door. So that's a pretty neat feature. Come on around the other side, let me show you where the awning is. It is an electric awning. You get your tractor extend. One thing about this new Fiamma awning, it's armless. So you don't have to worry about attaching your arms like you did on the other previous models. You had to attach the arms on both ends. This is actually an armless awning, and it has a sensor in it for wind. So if you pull on that, or if it's wind, the variable is too windy, it will retract. Another cool feature is it has an LED light right here that's on the awning. So you can actually dim that light, and it just makes it look really nice, high-end coach. It's also got your electric step. When you open the door, the step comes down. You got a hold button in here if you want to leave it open all the time, or leave the step down all the time. It's also got a first aid kit in the driver or passenger door. It's got a hazard kit in the driver's side door, and it's got a tool kit in the floorboard. What that means is most manufacturers don't have a first aid kit. If you got a child with you, or if your granddaughter or grandson's with you and they get hurt, you really wish you had had a first aid kit, this one actually comes with it. So that's a neat feature. Another big thing about Airstream's flooring, they actually build an 1.5 inch thick composite flooring at Airstream. It already comes with a Mercedes-Benz Quiet Ride flooring, but it also has an 1.5 inch thick flooring. What that means for you, Mr. Customer, is it's going to be a lot quieter. It's going to be better insulated. This whole coach, wherever you see covering, is actually insulated with R8 EcoBat insulation, which is, it's also green friendly. It's the emerald green, so you don't have to worry about it. It's also made out of glass and sand and, you know, recyclables. So it's a neat feature. You don't have to worry about off-gassing or formaldehyde in this coach as well. This is also a new suede material they use. This is a stain-proof, stain-resistant. You could put ketchup, mustard, relish, mayonnaise on this stuff and wipe it off, and it'll clean right up. It's stain-proof, stain-resistant. A neat feature is everything in Airstream is all real curved plywood. No press board, no particle board, no beaver puke, OSB, no garbage. It's all real screwed, glued cabinetry. Let me turn the lights on real quick. If you notice, all the lighting in here is all LED lights, and they are on a dimmer switch. So that's a pretty cool feature. You can make the lights real low. It has ceiling lights, it has aisle lights, it has side lights, it has map lights. There's lights on top of lights. It's got a lot of lights, but it's a bright coach. The seats in here are ultra leather seats. There's 5 layers of memory foam in these seats. They're very, very comfortable. They're cooler in the summertime, they're warmer in the wintertime, and they're easy to clean. You can just wipe them down. They're real nice seats, real comfortable. Airstream actually puts these seats in here. They make these seats from Airstream. These are standard for Mercedes. They have to come with the Airstream seats or Mercedes-Benz seats from Mercedes because they have thorax airbags. This is the safest van in the industry. There's nothing like it. Most B vans are going to have a dash airbag, maybe an airbag in the passenger, maybe a driver airbag. This actually has 6 airbags. It has a dash airbag on both sides. It has a side airbag, and it has thorax airbags. What that means for the customer is the side airbags are going to keep any glass shatter off the side of the coach. So if you have a side impact, none of that glass will shatter on you. The thorax airbags are going to keep, that's what it is, the thorax airbag. It keeps your internal organs safe, and you don't have to worry about, you know, any side impacts with those side airbags. The laminates, this is all high gloss laminate cabinetry. Everything in here is #1 it's Airstream's best of the best. This is all high gloss. It's money. That's why these coaches are a little bit more money, but it's very, very elegant. Nicely built. Everything is all real wood. You have 2 standard TVs in this coach, like I mentioned before. You have Corian counters. This is a nice high-end Corian counter. You also have marine grade fittings in your sinks, so you don't have to worry about your fittings blowing out. And another neat feature about this coach is this refrigerator is actually a marine grade refrigerator. What that means for you is you don't have a refrigerator panel on the side of your coach. So if you're in a deed restricted area, people don't see that refrigerator vent on the outside. It's actually a 12-volt marine grade refrigerator. You have an Atwood 2-burner stove, and you have a nice bathroom. This bathroom is actually a 1-piece fiberglass shower / bathroom. It's 1 piece. There's nowhere for water to get out. It's a 1-piece fiberglass cap shower. And you also have a little storage if you want to use the restroom in here. You have there's a clip on the inside of the door that you can, if you're on the inside, you can pull this out, and it gives you a couple inches of elbow room in there when you're inside. This coach has a 13.5 BTU AC, so it will freeze you out at nighttime. It's also got a furnace. You don't have to worry about being cold. It has heated tanks, 12-volt heated tanks, so you don't have to worry about your tanks freezing after 44 degrees. You got your heated tanks. All the windows in here, they turn out. They're all screened, turned out windows. You have a day and nighttime shade. So you got your daytime shade here, and then you have your nighttime shade, which is a nice feature. All 4 seats swivel. These front seats swivel around. This seat swivels around. Let me show you how that works real quick. Which is nice if you want to. There's a table that goes here if you want to eat dinner. This thing actually sleeps 2, feeds 4, and seats 8 with seat belts. So you can seat 8 people with seat belts. This you can sit down, Relax, put your table in the middle, and your table is right here on the back of that, and you can put a table in the front or the rear. My name is Stephen Weaver. If you're interested in one of these vans, give us a call or come down and see us. We'll be interested in showing it to you.